Periyar called Independence Day a black day. He insulted Tamil, called it a barbarian language. He married Maniammai at the age of 70, targeted only Hinduism. But why did he oppose Brahmins so much? He was not a Tamilian, but he is a Kannadiga. Anna is fading. MGR is fading. Jayalalithaa is fading. Even Karunanidhi's memory is slowly fizzing out. I used to question Christianity, its hypocrisy, its corrupt priest, its blind rituals. My father used to accuse me. He used to call me, "You have become antichrist." And he used to say, "Why don't you talk about other religions?" And my answer was simple. I will first try to fix my house, not someone else. Even leaders like Seeman, Annamalai, once they praised Periyar as the biggest revolutionary leader. But when they determined, when they dreamt of growing in politics, they began to attack Periyar. Why? What makes Periyar even stronger today is not just his ideas, but the intensity of the attacks against him. From Nam Tamizhar Katchi to BJP, from RSS to Hindu Makkal Munnani. Different ideologies, different goals, but they all united in one thing, attacking Periyar. It was a paid event, not an Oxford honor. Kamarajar is fading. Anna is fading. MGR is fading. Jayalalithaa is fading. Even Karunanidhi's memory is slowly fizzing out. But Periyar, more than 50 years after his death, he still sits at the center of Tamil Nadu politics. Every election, every party, every leader, whether they praise him or attack him, they cannot escape his shadow. Why? Why does Periyar still rule Tamil Nadu's politics when others are only remembered in statues and songs? Periyar never contested an election, never aimed for a chief minister's chair, never built wealth, and yet his words still decide how parties talk about caste, reservation, language, women's rights. Even at the age of 90 plus, with an external urinary bag, he travelled, spoke, agitated, not for votes, not for money, but for justice. I used to question Christianity, its hypocrisies, its corrupt priest, its blind rituals. My father used to accuse me. He used to call me, "You have become antichrist." And he used to say, "Why don't you talk about other religions? Why don't you talk about the faults in Hinduism and Islam? Why do you just point out the mistakes in Christianity?" And my answer was simple. The same answer Periyar gave. I will first try to fix my house, not someone else. That was Periyar's logic too. When critics say, why Periyar attack only Hinduism? Why not Christianity? Why not Islam? Periyar replied, "If I was born in a church-dominated country, I would have attacked Christianity, majorly Christianity. But here, the caste system, the oppression, the cruelty, it comes from the religion Hindu. That is the house I must clean." Even leaders like Seeman, Annamalai, once they praised Periyar as the biggest revolutionary leader. You could see the videos of Seeman and Annamalai. But when they determined, when they dreamt of growing in politics, they began to attack Periyar. Why? Because in politics, to grow big, you must challenge the tallest figure. And in Tamil Nadu, the tallest figure is not any other leader. It cannot be Anna, it cannot be MGR, not even Karunanidhi. It's Periyar. From Kamaraj to Anna, from MGR to Karunanidhi, from Jayalalithaa to Stalin. Today, the tallest leaders of Tamil Nadu all accepted Periyar as their leader, as their ideological fountainhead. Even today, from actor Vijay to young politicians, everyone knows in Tamil Nadu, you cannot bypass Periyar. You must either stand with him or you stand against the people. And history proves this. Politicians who never aligned with Periyar's ideals, they might get millions of views. But sorry, they never get votes. This is the paradox of Tamil Nadu. Yes, the people of Tamil Nadu are religious. Yes, they worship gods. And yet, in thousands of homes across Tamil Nadu, you will see Periyar's picture right next to those gods they worship. Because people know he didn't fight against the gods. He fought for the people. He fought against caste, against injustice, against humiliation. He started the self-respect movement to remove inequality, enforced marriage without priest, rallied for birth control, and fought to abolish Devadasi system and child marriage. For the common man, Periyar was not against God. He was against oppressions. There are some critics who attack Periyar on few topics. I want to call those topics and clarify that. Number one, Periyar called Independence Day a black day. Yes, he called Independence Day a black day because independence didn't erase caste. For Dalits and the oppressed, British Raj or Indian Raj, it was the same chains. He wasn't against freedom. He was against fake freedom. The second criticism, he insulted Tamil, called it a barbarian language. He didn't hate Tamil. He wanted to modernize it, simplify the script and bring English for science and progress. He was warning people not to get drunk on language pride while remaining slaves in society. One example, he once proposed cutting down the number of letters in the Tamil script to make it easier for children from poor backgrounds to learn Tamil faster. That reform was later adopted by the DMK government. The third criticism, he married Maniammai at the age of 70. Critics shouted that's hypocrisy. But the truth, the marriage was the only legal way to transfer assets and leadership of his movement to her. Without it, the self-respect movement could have collapsed. She was his comrade, his legal heir, not his exploitation. And definitely he didn't exploit her. After the death, Maniammai successfully led the Dravidar Kalagam, proving the marriage was about continuity, not convenience. The fourth criticism, Periyar targeted only Hinduism. I already answered it. His fight was against the dominant oppressive structure in his society. Just as I would question my house first, he questioned his house. In his speeches, Periyar openly mocked Christian priests and Muslim clerics for exploiting the poor. But in Tamil Nadu, caste Hinduism was the biggest chain. And that's where he swung his hammer the hardest. And the fifth criticism, but why did he oppose Brahmins so much? Probably that's the biggest accusation. People say Periyar hated Brahmins, but the truth is, he didn't fight any individuals. He fought a system. In his time, Brahmins controlled the temples, they controlled education, they controlled jobs and power. Birth, not talent, decided your place in your society. A Dalit child couldn't enter a school, but a Brahmin child could recite a few slokas and become a priest for life. Periyar opposed this monopoly, not because he hated a community, but because he hated injustice. One example, he once said, if Brahmins give up caste privilege and stand for equality, they are my brothers. In fact, several Brahmins who rejected caste joined his self-respect movement and worked shoulder to shoulder with him. I have met many Brahmins who is now aggressively volunteering for Dravidar Kalakam. And the sixth criticism, Periyar was not a Tamilian, but he is a Kannadiga. That's a petty accusation. His blood, his sweat and sacrifice were for the people of Tamil Nadu. Recently, Oxford University in London now has a portrait unveiled days ago by Chief Minister M.K. Stalin. If the world respects him as a Tamil icon, why are we still debating his birthplace? And here is the irony. What makes Periyar even stronger today is not just his ideas, but the intensity of the attacks against him. From Nam Tamilar Katchi to BJP, from RSS to Hindu Makkal Munnani. Different ideologies, different goals, but they all united in one thing, attacking Periyar. And yet, every stone they throw only builds his monument stronger and taller. Recently, during the Oxford event where CM Stalin unveiled the Periyar's portrait, critics started to spread lies. Some said it was a paid event, not an Oxford honor. Some even claimed the management of Oxford had removed his pictures and dumped it in the trash. But the truth, it was an Oxford University event. And Periyar's portrait will remain there. Not for a day, not for a week, but for centuries to come. They try to erase him with fake news, but every attack only immortalizes him further. Periyar did not leave behind a dynasty. He left behind an idea. And ideas, they don't die. Reservation policies, self-respect marriages, women rights, language reform, anti-caste politics, every party from DMK to ADMK, from BJP to NTK still has to either defend, dilute or attack his ideas. He, Periyar, defines the battlefield in Tamil Nadu. Even his enemies need him to stay relevant. So ask yourself, why is a man who died in the year 1973 still setting the terms of politics in Tamil Nadu in the year 2025? Why are the words of Periyar still dangerous enough that leaders build their careers by opposing him and his ideologies? And more importantly, if Periyar with no seat, no power, no office, no wealth could still dominate politics half a century after his death, what does that say about the power of honesty, conviction, relentless activism? In a land where we worship power, Periyar proved that truth itself is power. That is why Periyar still rules. And maybe that's why in Tamil Nadu his photo doesn't just stand in rallies. It stands in homes right next to God's. Thank you for watching.